Hello all there, welcome to this week's edition of News in Brief here on NHIS TV. Coming up, clearing the NHIS medicines misconception, we'll hear from the NHIS Director of Provider Payments. The NHIS disassociates itself from the recruitment sales scam on social media. We are back with details of these stories, don't go away. To our first story, the National Health Insurance Authority Director of Provider Payments, Dr. Francis Asensu says the NHIS medicines list is one of the best in the sub-region. According to him, attempts to downplay the efficacy of the NHIS medicines list should be disregarded. Dr. Francis Asensu encourages the general public to get enrolled onto the NHIS for better medical care.
We don't have NHIS medicines, but we have NHIS medicines lists, which is made up of a group like medications for each condition that National Health Insurance pays for. You see, as a country, there is what we call essential medicines list for all the conditions that people present in healthcare facilities. But because not all conditions are paid for under the NHIS, for each condition that NHIS pays for, there is a medication that can be given to that individual. So that those make up the NHIS medicines list. But that doesn't mean that we have NHIS medicine. No. We need to get evidence for which medications on our list that has been given to, on the NHIS list, that has been given to anybody that did not work. You see, it will be good for us because the medicines that are on our list is a subset of all the medicines that are on the Ghana's essential medicines list that is determined by the Ministry of Health. So if there is any medicine that is on that list that is not working, we need to know as a country so that it will be investigated and then a replacement can be made. You see, we use the generic names on our list. So we, as we sit here, we don't know which brand each individual will be given. Okay. That then becomes an issue with the physician who is seeing the patient, and that is why we have issue with adding our herbal medications on our list. They all have their brand names. We need one name that will stand for whichever group of medication that serve that particular purpose. That becomes their generic name, so that when we put there, nobody can now accuse me of not putting his medication there.
So that was Dr. Francis Asensu speaking there. Well, the National Health Insurance Authority cautions the general public against the alleged sale of NHIS recruitment forms. Executive management's attention has been drawn to such dubious workouts, which has gone viral in the social media space. The authority is working with the law enforcement agencies to deal with such confidence tricksters. A Deputy Director Corporate Affairs, Oswald Eswamensa, speaks.
So the National Health Insurance Authority has been made aware of messages that are circulating on social media, falsely claiming to give employment for non-existent positions at the NHIA. These scammers obtain money from the unsuspecting victims and in so doing capture their personal details, which they use for other criminal activities. So the NHIA wishes to warn the general public to disregard any such messages of offer of employment from the National Health Insurance Authority and to deem that as fake news. Anybody who has been contacted or has intercepted any of those messages should feel free to report these incidents to the local police. The authority is also making its own arrangements to get to the bottom of this issue, but we strongly recommend that any of such solicitations, unwarranted solicitations, to be reported to the police. Thank you.
So that was Mr. Oswald Eswamensa, who is a Deputy Director Corporate Affairs here at the National Health Insurance Authority, speaking there. On that note, we end this week's News in Brief here on NHIS TV. Always remember to subscribe to our channel for regular updates on the NHIS. You can also follow us on our various social media platforms. On Facebook at NHIS Ghana, on Twitter is at NHIS_Ghana, and on Instagram is NHIS_GOV_GH. Thanks so much for watching.